Okay, now we'll just make a real simple windscreen heat exchanger. For that, we just use our half-gallon paint can. We go down to the rimmed edge, okay? First, what we want to do, we want to cut out our bottom. I can show you how easy that works, even just using the old P38. I'm sure there's a lot of you folks out here open many a can with one of these. But now we've got so many soft cans, don't hardly people eat out of cans anymore. Which I can't say is a completely bad thing. Okay. Now we take our church key, just like we did before, go all the way down, space, 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 space. Here we're right on the seam, they get kind of hard, we'll go skip that one. Space, split the difference. Good. Take our needle nose pliers. I always normally put this on my anvil also. And I'll also take my needle nose over here, kind of wrap that around, so I try to keep my sharp edges away. Okay. Now that gives us a real simple windscreen. Now what we can do, we can fabricate one very simply out of some wire fabric, which will bring it up, resting this. If we do that, we don't even need to make the holes in the bottom. That works perfectly with our 5-cup pot. Now I find when using, say, a larger pot, if I remove this, so now, say have that around here like this. We take a larger diameter pot, we're still going to give us a bit of a heat exchanger and a wind guard. Okay? Being this pot's dirty, we'll use this pot to show it actually burning. I'll take and put ourselves a table guard on there, because I don't want to burn it on the table. Now what you can do for a simple ground protector, if you take yourself the lid for the half-gallon paint can, you put that on top of there. Now that'll create a dead air gap between the ground and your stove. For burning alcohol, we just use this small tin. To use that, we just place that underneath there. We take a little bit of alcohol, pour that into our tin. Now we'll light our alcohol. Still, we got a little bit of breeze here. I'll put this over the top here. We're going to have to wait a little bit for the alcohol, for the grate to get warm. As you can see now, she's starting to go. See a little bit of black smoke right now. She's starting to burn quite well. The nice thing with one of these is that you can burn alcohol and wood at the same time. Make a little bit of alcohol into a lot. And also use it if your wood's a little damp. You can make a little bit of alcohol into a lot, or you can use it as a fire starter, use it in any combination. As you can see now, that alcohol is really going now. We really have a good fire burning in there. In the meantime, I'll prepare myself some fuel wood. That's one thing I like about this little stove. You're not stuck burning just one fuel. You can burn any sort of biomass, wood, charcoal, wood chips, goat dung. Any of it will burn in there. Plus you can burn alcohol and you can burn your solid fuel tabs. All of it works. What we're seeing now is a little bit of burning right around where you have the seal from the can. That'll burn off quite rapidly. You can see there's no problem processing wood. You hear how it snaps? That's what we want. We know that's dry. This is where the bale handle comes in awful handy, because now we can just pick it up. You can see here, we got a heck of a fire burning in there right now. We'll just add a little bit of wood and use that as a catalyst. I find if you stack it in a random fashion so the flame can go kind of around your whole thing, you're much better off. We'll let that get going. As you can see right here, we got that wood going. We're generating smoke. Stove is actually burning the smoke. As you can see here, we've got just a few twigs in there. Look at that flame. We got flame this high going out there. And if you look down in the fire pot, just like they say, the stove that burns smoke, you can see smoke being generated in the fire pot, but it's being burnt by the secondary combustion. Preheated air coming up along the sides and then shooting into the inside of the fire pot. Some people say, well, I don't want to have to pick up my pot to feed the fire. Well, you got to tend the fire no matter how you burn it. Just pick up the pot once in a while. But every 2 minutes I find, you can see here now, how that's going around the sides of our fire pot. And you can see we've got a little bit of a breeze here. But you can see how well it works and how quickly it works. And how much smoke did we generate? Very little. That means you have a nice, clear, efficient burn. Here's a real good example of the secondary combustion we're having now. See what that is that we have our primary burn on the bottom, our secondary burn, which is given our secondary combustion, and that's where our efficiency is. This is literally burning that smoke. There we have it with the tin can bush cooker. The nice thing with it, it'll introduce the individual to burning biomass. You can decide then, is this something I'd like to do or not do? Then you can decide if would like to continue with it and then make a good educated decision. Would I like to buy like a Bushcooker stove, a Bush Buddy stove, or any of the other little biomass stoves that's available now for on the camping market. But I think this is a good place to start. You're able to craft something by yourself, and you're able to learn if it's something you'd like to continue with at a relatively inexpensive cost. Also, it's a great item to make with your children or with a Cub Scout or Boy Scout troop. So I thank you for coming. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy yourself on the trail.